What we do here is go back.
Hello friends and welcome to my new video. It's autumn here in Germany. It's really getting colder in the last couple of days and I got a week off from work and I just decided to stay home and listen to a lot of music. So yesterday I woke up around 7 and I started to play the first record and the turntable kept spinning for the whole day. I finished at around midnight and it was just so much fun, you know. I still have a shitload of new music to listen to. I pretty much cleaned all of my new finds, but there are still standing in every corner of the room here. And yeah, it's really interesting in a way, because sometimes I don't listen to any jazz for weeks actually. And then yesterday I just started to play some Miles Davis and I rediscovered parts of my collection and also some of the new stuff that I bought. And it was totally refreshing in a way, because I'm still deep into the whole 90s music, but listening to various genres is the way to go actually. So I don't want to talk too much, I just want to show you some of the jazz records that I listened to yesterday, some of my new finds, and I can't wait to start. Let's go! Alright, let's go. So the first record for today is a masterpiece in every way. Of course I'm talking about A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. And I mean, everything has been said about this album, but of course I had this before. This is a Japanese pressing, by the way, and I managed to find another copy, this one, on eBay, which is also a Japanese pressing, but a little bit different. So I compared them, and yeah, the new one is in perfect, in strong near mint condition. Actually, it's unplayed. Maybe I will keep both of them, but I mean, for those kind of records, it's really important to have a fantastic pressing. I would love to get the analog productions, or a mono copy would be really interesting as well, but I mean, we can't have everything, so I will stay with them. Yeah, the next one is also a recent find. It was on my want list for a very long time actually, but yeah, I tried to get it on eBay, I think for 3 or 4 times, also as Japanese pressing, but I was always overbid. So I was really happy to find a very good copy of this one. Of course I'm talking about Oliver Nelson, and this one is called The Blues and the Abstract Truth. Fantastic album. I played this one yesterday. Oh my god. I knew that this was good, but this is like, I can't really describe it, but it's so good. Of course, Stolen Moments is the famous track, and if you take a look at the lineup, I mean, we have Paul Chambers, we have Eric Dolphy, Bill Evans, Roy Haynes and Freddie Hubbard and Oliver Nelson, of course. It couldn't get any better, and this is also a strong near mint copy. This is a French pressing, you can see it because it has this French sticker. Really audiophile sound, I'm always blown away by the sound of Impulse. Yeah, fantastic. So I managed to find this great copy of Oliver Nelson. This was almost a little grail to me, so I'm really happy that it is in the collection now. Also, yeah, same for the next one, which I also tried to get for a very long time. The Speaker's Corner reissue is sold out. So I found a Japanese pressing of Out of the Afternoon by the Roy Haynes Quartet. And this is also, I mean, I'm not the biggest Impulse expert, but I have to say this is one of my favorite titles on the label already. Antoine played this for me when I visited him. Chris recommended this to me for a couple of times, and I knew that it was good, but yeah, it blew me away. Fantastic lineup as well, and I said it before, but the Impulse releases, they sound so good, and especially those Japanese pressings are a good way to go. And this was cheap, I paid $20 for this one shipped. I got it on Discogs, and yeah, fantastic album. I need to spin this again, but highly recommend it if you don't know it. A great jazz record. Yeah, let's continue with some more Impulse titles. This is Shelly Man, and I think it's just called 234. Yeah, also Japanese pressing, still has the obi strip. That's how the label looks like. I got into this record because a friend of mine played this for me when I visited him, around a year ago, and I always had it on my want list, and then I just had to get it. Also very fantastic title on Impulse, and the cover quality of this Japanese pressings is also fantastic. Of course, it's a gatefold, it opens up, and I don't know if you can see it, but this gloss, I mean, this is a record, it was probably pressed in the early 1970s, and sometimes I wonder why they are still in pristine condition, and it's so enjoyable to play them, because the sound and the whole feel is just it's just touching in a way. Enough Impulse for today, but I still have some unplayed ones left for the next video. But I also got Herbie Hancock taking off. This is I think his debut album on Blue Note as a band leader. Of course, it features the famous track Watermelon Man. This is a French pressing on Heavenly Sweetness. To my mind, they are doing a fantastic job. It sounds really good. It's definitely an audiophile experience. They also reproduce the Blue Note label. Looks really cool in a way. And I'm a big fan of Herbie Hancock's music. I hope that I can still see him live one day. But that will get a little bit hard. But I also played Empyrean Isles last night, which is also fantastic. Maybe I can find it. Yes, I only played this once, but this is also a fantastic album by Herbie Hancock. Anthony Williams, Freddie Hubbard, Ron Carter. This is, by the way, a Music Matters pressing, and it can't get any better. This is one of the highlights of my Blue Note collection. Awesome, this is more than awesome. Here is still the sticker left, and Herbie Hancock is just... sometimes you have these people that are more fan of the trumpet in jazz or saxophone fans. Personally, of course, I like all of them, but piano is, in a way, it's my favorite instrument. It's so enjoyable to listen to a good piano player. Fantastic. Up next is a find from the record store in my hometown, and I'm talking about Stan Getz, Getz Au Go Go. Very special pressing. I was really happy to find that. Maybe you can spot it here, mono, and of course, as soon as you see this this mono logo and you flip the record over and you have something like that, you know it's time for a UK pressing. I found this for $10 also in fantastic condition. Of course, it's a live performance in New York, here in Greenwich Village Jazz Coffee House. Fantastic UK pressing, sounds great. Also, the mono experience is really cool. And I'm getting deeper into Stan Getz's music, and of course, it features Astrud Gilberto. It really gives you a great feel of this bossa nova, Latin influenced jazz. And same for the next record, which is also by Stan Getz and Charlie Bird, and this is called Jazz Samba, Latin jazz classic. This is actually more a summer record, but of course you can listen to it in the winter time as well. But another favorite. I really like the Latin influences, a little samba almost, and it gives a special touch. And I would love to get deeper into Latin jazz and into the whole genre, and also into Brazilian influenced jazz. But some of the records are really hard to find, but that's another story. Okay, the next one was also a record that I tried to get for a very long time. I bought a reissue. It arrived warped, I had to send it back, they said it's out of stock, blah blah blah. And John Coltrane, my favorite things. Finally, this is a Japanese pressing on the Green Atlantic label. This is my favorite John Coltrane album from his Atlantic period. And of course, my favorite things is one of the most famous jazz standard tracks But I have to say, the version by John Coltrane, yeah, I don't know, it's my favorite version, and I listen to various other ones, but I always come back to this one actually. Of course there are great vocal versions as well, but my favorite things is really one of the jazz tracks that really kicks ass in a way and can be interpreted in different styles. So I was really happy to score that. Yeah, the next one is more fusion in a way. I'm talking about Mingus by Joni Mitchell. This was, I should have looked this up online, but I think it was dedicated to Charles Mingus, and we have players like Herbie Hancock on this one, also Jaco Pastorius, fantastic bass of course, and I was really impressed by this record. I got it more or less as a present. I paid a little bit for it, but it was very cheap, and it was a really great experience getting into this album, and it's so good that I just had to get another pressing because this was warped a little bit. So a few weeks later I got a Japanese pressing, and if you compare the cover arts, this is I think an 80s reissue, you can really see that this one is a bit yellow, but that's fine to me, I can live with that. On Asylum Records, of course, here's the label. I still haven't listened to the Japanese pressing yet, but the album in general, God Must Be a Boogeyman would be the track I would recommend. An audiophile highlight, definitely. This is some people find this challenging, but to my mind, yeah, it's a must-have record more or less. I still got two left. This is Art Pepper meets the rhythm section. And if you take a look at the lineup, you have Red Garland, Paul Chambers and Philly Joe Jones. Fantastic hard bop album. This is also a Japanese pressing, and it has some stains, but in general also fantastic condition. And yeah, what can I say about it? I think the first track on the second side was the one that I liked best. Oh, it's funny because they are also writing technical data on the back cover and what microphones they used and stuff like that. I didn't see that. Can highly recommend it. Art Pepper meets the rhythm section, and it was released in 1957. The last record for today was a present by VC member Chris. He gave this to me a month ago actually, but I rediscovered it last night. I played it again. And of course I'm talking about We Three, actually that's the album title, by Roy Haynes, Phineas Newborn and Paul Chambers. Awesome trio jazz, played in an avant-garde style. This is a Back to Black reissue. It sounds fantastic. I think it's the best choice to get, unless you want to spend crazy money on an original. And yeah, this also, it's one of his favorite jazz albums, and then I have to say that it became one of my favorites as well. This is an US OJC Back to Black, I don't know, I'm not sure, but the pressing is really good and it's a great jazz album. So if you like this avant-garde touched kind of trio jazz, you should definitely get this one. Great album. Well friends, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. I still have a few days off, so I will continue listening to music right now, and like I said, I still got a lot of new records. I will be back with the Sub Pop video with some more 90s finds, but also some jazz and rock and pop. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.